Shalom, giving all praise to God. Shalom, Shalom, Dash. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. But this is going to be a quick one. Before I get out of here, I'm going to entitle this video, "Why Did Samson Have Feelings for Another Nation?" Or why did Samson love a woman of another nation? The scriptures in Proverbs, what is that? Either Proverbs 20, 24 and 20 or Proverbs 20, 24. I believe it's Proverbs 20, 24. I'm not going to go to it, but I just quoted to you. The scriptures say, man's goings are of Yahweh. So how can a man then understand his own ways or his own way? Because the Spirit guides you. The ones of you that came into this truth and stuck with the truth, you wasn't just no random man on the street that heard the words of the Most High and come into this thing. You were chosen and you were led. You were led to run into the men of the Lord or come across a video, YouTube video, and be intrigued by it. Now you got camps out there. You got various different break-off groups from One West. You got IUIC, you got ISBK, you got GMS, you got Sakari, HOI, LOI, AOC, GOCC, ICGJC, all these different camps that broke off of, and that's the mustard tree, by the way, because even though we say those guys go off, they are teaching the people that they're Israelites. So you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Even Vocab Malone, he's helping us more than hurting us. Because what we do when he makes a video, we do a counter to that video to show you how he goes off. But he gave us a lot more. The Spirit worked with him to get a lot more information concerning Abba. And now Abba's great-grandson, he did a video on him. Now, what we found out was this guy's going to get he can sing. We listened to a song that I think the name of the song is "I'm Conflicted." And I believe he's going to get a contract with a major music company. You know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. And I'll come back to the story. And I made a statement. I said, this guy could very well be Abba coming back. Because you got him, you got his father, you got his grandfather, and then Abba would be his great-grandfather. So that's 4 generations right there. Let me try this. I'm Conflicted, music. I'm conflicted. Okay, is this it? Okay, I don't know if this is it. Let me do this. Put down song. Let me put down song. I don't know if this is it, but which Apostle Ramlop gave me the song. We listened to it, and he can sing. He's legit singer. So the question is that Abba coming back? Because if that's Abba coming back, he's gonna run into us, and we'll tell him. If the Spirit works with him, we see that he's grown in the Spirit. This is all something that we don't know if it's going to happen. But if that's Abba, and the Most High wants him to come back in the fold, which he does. If that is Albert, he's going to come back in the fold. He thinks he's following the small hats right now. But if he ever runs into us and he comes and he's a party, don't want to join GMS and all that, then we'll come to the conclusion that more proof that could be Albert. So let me come back over here. So I open it up with Proverbs. How can a man be understand his own way? Man's going to the Most High. How can a man understand his own way? So this is the question and I posed this question to the brothers in New York. And I how did I pose it? I said, why did Samson have feelings for a Philistine woman? Actually, he dealt with two Philistine women. Delilah was the second woman. The other one died, was killed. As the story goes, I hadn't read this story in a while. It's only 4 chapters long, so it's a short story. I may go through it later today or listen to it. Now we've got technology. But anyway, so I threw the question out there, why did Samson have feelings for because we were talking about emotions and, who is more emotional? Is a woman emotional toward a man, or is a man emotional toward a woman? And so Shaman said that, I guess he read some study where a woman kind of feels that emotion for you. It kind of grows, it slowly grows. And I've seen that and I experienced that where you go work at a job or something, or you go to the dentist office or wherever you go, and you have the woman in the front and she's talking professionally, how you doing, Mr. Smith, whatever. Now, when you go to the dentist office, they actually call you, leave a text and call you, Mr. Smith, your dental appointment is on such and such a date. You have a nice day. So there's one chick, she called that way, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, she calls me. After she calls me, and then she goes, how you, she tells me the appointment, and she says, so how you doing? She's giggling, She says, what you doing on the weekend? And she got a man, so I ain't, gonna deal with it. But I picked up in the spirit that women kind of, their emotions kind of slowly grow to you. So with Shaman, the young elder Shaman said, in the case of a man, emotions are like a switch, it just goes on, meaning lust. Lust is an emotion, right? So that led me into asking a question, and I like to put guys on the spot. There's nothing wrong with that, and I said, well, why did we all know that Samson got with a Philistine woman, and he was obviously in love with the woman because he said in this chapter that we're going to read that she get to his father and his mother, get me her, for she pleases me well. That means I'm really into this woman. So, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and read it. I'm gonna say this: a man is more in love, emotional over a woman than a woman towards a man, because our glory is what? The woman's glory is their hair. That's why Jada Pinkett Smith got mad when Chris Rock snapped on her about that movie, because she said in the video and this was after she was entangled. When she was at the red table, she came out and said we was in an entanglement. She had hair, right? And that was 2 years ago. And after that, she went bald. So the Most High cursed her hair, took her hair. Now, in order for you to put weaves in your hair, you have to have some hair to start with. The Most High made her bald. And when she had her hair, she had that long, she might have had extensions or pieces to it, but she had long hair. She was known for having long hair, somewhat straight hair. Looked like she had some gad in it. So she said, I'm not bothered by me being bald headed. Which when I heard that, I said, that's bullshit. I said, because you're lying to yourself. You're lying to the people because your glory is your hair. If you open up a weave spot or anything that has to do with beauty and hair, you're gonna make money. You're gonna make money. You go to certain neighborhoods and it'll be one block, it'll be 3 or 4 different beauty parlors or hair salons, and they don't get mad at each other because they're making money. They got to turn people away because women's glory is their beauty, but most of all their hair. So that's why and see this thing with the men, like you have IUIC, we get on these guys, they got the dreadlocks and they got the design in the hair. That, first of all, you're not a woman. You're not a woman, man. So, Bishop Nate tells them, oh, you can only have one woman. Well, with a woman, what if they say you can only have a short haircut? Well, a woman wants long. Every woman really wants long hair. And you know how I'm going to prove it? Watch any Jake woman with those weaves down her back, down to her ass. And everybody knows, that bitch got paid a lot of money for that rope because they overdo it. Goddamn well they ain't got no hair because you know that they're Israelites and they're under the curse of Isaiah 3, verse 16 on down. And that's why Jada Pinkett Smith was smitten with baldness. And that really messed her up when he made that joke because he's a man. He's not a woman. It's like I said, she made this. She said, I'm not bothered by it. And that was a fucking lie. She was hiding her emotions. And her emotions came out when Chris Rock snapped on it. And that never happened in the history of the Oscars. A man just getting up and smacking the shit out of somebody on worldwide TV, and then sitting back down and then winning an Oscar. And the winner of the Oscar is, boom, Will Smith. Anyway, let me just read through this. Judges 14, verse 1. Also, when I asked a question, maybe like 6 hands went up. So I said, nobody, no more hands. I always put, and then the ones that don't have the hands up, I'll usually call it. So what does it mean, brother? And that's just my way of, cornering you. But it's all out of love. It's all out of love. But so so now you're gonna know. It says, and Samson went down to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. She was a Hamite. Now we know that the Israelite women are far more beautiful than Hamite women, but she had to look decent. She probably had to look somewhat like an Israelite woman. They were probably a little bit better looking. But I'm pretty sure there were a lot more women that were a lot more beautiful than this woman, or Lauren among the Israelite women, than this woman. So we're gonna find out why did Samson have a thing for not one but 2 women. The second woman was Delilah. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me. Get her for me to wife. And you didn't talk and rap, to a woman. You got people to do it. If you had servants, you would say, go give me a woman. And the servant been with you for X amount of years. He knows what you want. Then his father and his mother said unto him, is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren, Israelites, or among all my people, Israelites, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines, of them damn heathens? And Samson said unto his father, get her to me, for she pleaseth me well. I'm turned on, I'm feeling her. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of Yahweh that he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at that time, the Philistines had dominion over Israel. So the parents are trying to figure out, why is he into these Hamitic women? They don't look as good as an Israelite woman. Well, the Most High put put it put it in his mind to be attracted to a Hamite woman or Hamite woman. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.